Hello, and welcome to the third entry in the anime and movie book club. Today we are joined with Ganondorf. Hooray!
Hi.
Hello. Today we're doing The Princess Bride, if you can't already tell by the logo on there. So yeah, I was pretty excited to revisit this movie because it's been a while for me. Um, how did you enjoy? Have you seen it recently, or did you just watch it recently for the stream? Or
I've seen it semi recently.
okay,
I didn't see it like since our last episode or whatever,
okay,
but I've seen it multiple times. It's probably my favorite movie of all time.
it's a very good movie. I enjoy it too. Um, so you would probably give it a 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10 if it were.
Perfect,
Okay.
which we have decided would be an 11 out of 10.
Okay, cool. A perfect 11 out of 10 for Ganondorf. I would give this a 10 out of
It's a
10.
10. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a 10 out of 10.
yeah, for me. It's not perfect for you either, so you'd give it a 10 out of 10?
Out of 10.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So we're having a little bit of trouble with the Discord voice chat. We're breaking in and out a little bit, but that's okay. If anything is missed, I'll just ask you to repeat it if that's okay with you. Like there, for example. um,
Okay.
okay, cool. So, yeah, let's just get right into the topic question, shall we? Notification. Gotta turn down my phone volume. Okay. So if you've seen the movie, then you know that it takes the main story takes place in this fictional land, but outside of this fictional land is a grandfather reading a book to his grandson because he's sick. He's not feeling very well, and the grandfather explains like he read this book to his father and his father read it to him and all that. So, Gannon, my question to you is, what did you think of the grandfather and grandson character in the movie? Do you think it added to the story? Do you think it wasn't necessary? Do you think it's nice to have an occasional fourth wall break in there and, you know, that kind of stuff?
I think the first time I watched it, it kind of annoyed me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it didn't really make much sense, but it kind of adds to the movie a little bit, I guess. Like, I've never really given that much thought.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it slightly more realistic. It's kind of driving home the point. This is a fairy tale. It's not real.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Okay. So, you know, I mean, you're pretty even. You know, you're not sure about what it is about it, you would say, if you like it or not.
I don't really care either way.
Okay. I would say, because I was surprised to find out, because when I was rewatching this the other day, I was told by my dad that this was actually a movie based off of a book, which a lot of movies are. Were you adding something? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yes, it is a book.
Yeah.
I haven't
So
read it yet.
I haven't either, and my dad never told me that the whole like 15 years I've been watching this movie. So, so apparently in the book, the grandson and grandfather aren't in it, and it's only in the movie version. So if they were to just do it exactly like the book did, you wouldn't mind if the grandson and grandfather weren't in there then? Just like in the book?
But it's not much. I mean, I think like it kind of adds its own aesthetic to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a little different than the book.
Yeah.
Either way, if they just kept it as just the Princess Bride versus having the be in the movie,
Uh-huh.
Because I mean, one thing I've been thinking about recently is Ready Player One. I saw the movie,
Mm-hmm.
the book,
You're cutting out a little bit,
and
just to let you know.
anyways, so and the movie are completely different. They've got almost completely different storylines. They've got a few major plot points that are kept the same, but other than that, they're completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And on trying to keep things as accurate to the book as possible when I'm watching movies based off of books. First, it was great. I read the book afterwards because there's a huge hold line on it.
You know,
Incredible.
I
It's my
think I
favorite
figured
book.
out what was wrong. It seems every time I interrupt you or I go mm-hmm or something like that, it seems to lower your voice. So it might be my microphone input on Discord. Let me change that really quick, and that might
Well, I'll
actually.
continue on my little speech here.
Okay.
One thing I've had to do is console myself with like the book is great,
Yes.
incredible, it's phenomenal, and the movie. And so,
You're still
I'm trying
cutting
to say,
out.
is
One sec. Let me lower the.
I think either way, it would be okay.
Okay.
Grandfather and grandson weren't really uh, bad to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It still made sense to me, and it seemed fine. Like I said, it's my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Also would have been fine without him.
Okay. That's fair. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw that question in there because it's been a while since I've revisited this movie. So it's been a while. It's probably I haven't seen this movie since I started my my education in film and film history and all that. So, you know, it's been a while since I've watched this movie critically, I guess you could say. I've been watching it ever since I was a little kid, like 5 or 6 years old. So, I've only been seeing this in the eyes of nostalgia, and it's only when I revisited this time that I started looking at it with a more critical eye. So I thought I'd ask that question. Very good response. Honestly, I do also think that if the grandson and grandfather weren't in there, it probably wouldn't have affected the story at all.
Hmm.
But when I was a little kid, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed getting the grandson's perspective because I was about his age when I first watched the movie, and I liked the fact that he got all awkward around the kissing because the kissing made me feel awkward too. So it was relatable for me. I guess. So yeah. All right. Moving on to the next question. What do you? Oh well, I just said that. What do you feel about the kid interrupting the kissing every time that they go in for a romantic kiss? What do you think of that?
Like you said, I was pretty young when I saw that, so it's really relatable for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because my brother still does that
Yeah.
in any movie. I feel like it definitely is relatable because that's what kids do.
Mm-hmm.
Word around it.
Very true.
Brother.
So yeah. Okay, moving on. Why do you think Buttercup? I mean, I know that it's a story element, so it has to happen that way, like Buttercup had to be chosen. But like out of all of the people in the kingdom, like why was Buttercup chosen by Humperdinck? Why do you think?
I think it kind of explains it at one point in the movie. Maybe not like to the detail I'm about to go into. But he does give a little snippet into it. Is
You're kind of breaking up. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is about this. It was working so well last time. Like you and Sonic were coming in so clear. I don't know if Sonic did something magic on Discord to make it better. I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't for the life of me figure out if he did something to make it.
oh boy, maybe it's just his presence.
Sonic just is the magic audio person. All right.
Oh, I think Humperdinck picked Buttercup
Mm-hmm.
because she was a peasant.
Okay.
Any peasant, of course, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that obviously helped. But he needed to build up his PR. That was to pick a lower class citizen and marry them
Mm-hmm.
to show that he cares about the. Obviously, didn't and was a monster.
Yeah.
He was trying to hide that side of him with some good PR.
True. So yeah, I think that way too. You know, she was obviously a very beautiful girl, and he was allowed to choose anyone in the land for his bride. Because they did say that in the movie, that he was allowed to pick anyone, which is weird. But besides that fact, she was beautiful, she was kind, and she was probably a very good presence toward the people, and he was trying to get them to get riled up and go to war, for her, you know. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you were someone like Inigo or Fezzik, would you have joined up with Hasini, the Brainiac guy? You're cutting out. You're still cutting out.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
You should try Skype.
I know. I think we should too, but maybe if maybe I'll try lowering the stream output. Maybe that'll help.
I don't think the stream's a problem. I think it's Discord. My friend and I have the same thing when we tried using Discord voice chat.
Okay, then I'm gonna just keep it where it is on the stream, and just hope for the best with Discord. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen it be spotty with some people, and I've seen it. Excuse me. I just kind of released like a little burp there.
I'll cut out right then.
So yeah, I've seen it work clearly with some people and not so clearly with others, so it might just be a connection problem. Do you see a little voice connected thing anywhere?
All 3 bars and green.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I don't know.
Another question.
Okay, so let's keep moving on.
Only happens when I'm trying to answer a question.
Yeah. So what do you think? Would you have joined Hasini?
Sounds like they were in a really hard situation. Comes down to like where they were when they joined him, and a very charismatic person, if he wants to be.
Yeah.
They could have persuaded them, but I feel like they could have left at any time easily.
True. Which they kind of ended up doing, after they were defeated by Wesley. They just packed up and left. I mean, I know that Hasini was dead, but, they still just moved on to where they were when Hasini found them.
Probably collected some backmail on them.
Hello. Someone just joined, named Ali A. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about the Princess Bride. If you've seen the movie, then you can feel free to join the conversation. But if you haven't and you don't want to be spoiled for it, then you should probably head out. But if you want to stick around, that's completely fine. Stick around, join the conversation, have some fun. We're having a little bit of audio problems with our Discord at the moment. But, yeah. So anyways, what is this movie? It's called The Princess Bride. It came out in the 80s. And we have been doing this thing called the Anime and Movie Club, where we watch animes and movies, and then we review them like the next week or the next month or how much time we need to do that. So yeah, that's basically the story. So
Oh, the storyline.
Yeah.
Sounds like she hasn't heard it or seen it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, it's about a man and a woman who were in love, and then the guy had to go away on a trip, and then they thought that he died. And so the girl falls into a depression, ends up getting engaged to a prince. The prince is just using her to manipulate war in their country. Eventually, the character who everyone thought was dead comes back, saves the princess, but the prince is not letting her go without them getting married. So the guy who loves the princess has to save her. I won't spoil the ending. You should watch it if you haven't, because it's very good. But that's basically the synopsis of the movie. Yeah. Let's move on to another question. Are there any questions on this list, Gannon, that you would like to discuss specifically, or do you have any questions or comments of your own about the movie?
Really right now, but maybe later.
Okay. That's fine. So I'll choose one of the questions I was thinking of when I was watching the movie was, how did Wesley find Buttercup so quickly when she was taken by Hasini and the gang? Do you think that he was keeping tabs on her the entire time that he was the Dread Pirate Roberts, or do you think that he was just out to sea and he saw the ship and he may have seen the events transpire that led to her kidnapping?
I mean, there's 3 points I'm thinking on this one. Yeah, he definitely keeps tabs on her.
Yeah.
He's in freaking love with her.
Yeah.
Number 2, Hasini and his gang are obviously able to compete with him, so he would probably keep tabs on them also.
Okay.
It's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
I know we're right off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking to myself, like, he was literally trailing them most of the entire time they were on their way to the Cliffs of Insanity. So it was just something I never really realized when I was a kid, and I was just wearing the nostalgia goggles. I was like, how did he find them so fast? I don't know. But yeah, that's a good point. Honestly, it is just a fairy tale, so, it's going to work out the way that the story needs to progress. But yeah, you're right. He was in love with her, and even though he was proclaimed dead, doesn't mean he's not going to keep tabs on her and on Hasini gang. So that makes sense. Hello, welcome. Hey, what's up, Rose? Welcome. You don't have to worry. I heard that something was going on, so you're okay if you just want to listen in. You don't have to comment or anything like that. But thank you for coming. Very nice to see you. What do you, Gannon, as a lover of this movie, think about all of the crazy names in the movie, like the Cliffs of Insanity, Rodents of Unusual Sizes, Fire Swamp, and Pit of Despair? What, does that just make you feel like it's just a storybook for kids, or do you think that the writers were just coming up with something that sounded like it was a book for kids?
Yeah. I mean, the writers, what's his face? Give me a second here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
William Goldman, the writer of the original novel.
Yeah.
Wanted something that sounded catchy, like Cliffs of Insanity. I mean, you can't forget that. Or Rodents of Unusual Size. You can't forget that either. Obviously part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, there to almost install terror. Like, oh my gosh, these cliffs are insane. They're getting... I mean, you don't really see those anywhere except for, like, maybe the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And then I think apparently they're not that creative. Are rodents of unusual size. So,
well, I mean, you know, it gets the point across.
Giant rats.
It gets the point across, you know? And the swamp is a swamp where fire spouts out of the ground. So it makes sense to name it Fire Swamp.
But saying that because no one's ever survived.
Oh my gosh, this movie is so quotable. I love it. Sorry, I don't know why. It seems to be me. I don't know why, but it seems to be me. So in fact, I think I'm just going to cut out of here and I'm going to do it on my phone. Because it seems to be every time I interrupt you, it cuts you out. So I'm going to do it on my phone. I'm going to exit out of the Discord really quick.
Rose just commented that she needs some entertainment.
Yeah.
So I hope we can provide you with some entertainment while we debate on what platform you use voice chat for.
I'll be right back. Okay, so I gotta pull it up on my phone. Discord. Coming up. No, why did I open YouTube? Okay. Where are you? There you are. Connect to voice chat. Allow. Hello.
Hey, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. But I can't hear you anymore. At least without Discord open. Wait. One sec. One sec. Talk for a sec. Just say... Okay, well, I can't hear you at all. Because I'm not part. Yeah, I'm not a part of this thing. So I'm going to completely mute myself. What if I... Okay. But this doesn't make any sense. Okay, fine. I guess I can't do it on my phone. I guess I just have to do it on here, or else I'm not going to be able to hear you. So
go watch it right now.
Sorry, I don't think they could hear any of that. Because...
No, Rose can.
Okay. Well, yeah. Rose can, so that's good. Rose can. That's all that's important.
Watching the stream. That consists of me and Rose, so...
Yes. So...
Demand you go watch this right now.
Yes, go watch the movie, please. It's such a good movie, and you really should.
While you're in the hospital.
Yeah.
You can watch it, then you got plenty of time. And watch it again.
I didn't know you were in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that everything is okay, and that you're doing okay. And yes, I'm realizing just how many times voice input put in the word amigo for Inigo. Although the sound seems to be better now.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't know. You seem to be coming through. Alright, so... A little bit better.
Never cut out, and then you just totally cut out.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something else out. Maybe we'll look at Skype sometime. See if we can't...
Me so far.
Going. Okay, what am I thinking? Which question? If you were held captive like Buttercup was with Hasini and the gang, would you have jumped out of the boat even though you were miles away from the shore? And you were in eel-infested waters.
No, she was in eel-infested water when she jumped out.
Well, that's true. But she was miles from the shore.
And, yeah, I would have jumped. I would be out of there. I fight my way out, but there's no fighting through Fezzik unless you're freaking Wesley.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I don't know. I probably would have just stuck around for a bit. Because I mean, I'm a good swimmer, but I don't think I'd be able to get anywhere swimming miles offshore. So I think I would just wait for them to take me where they were planning on taking me and then try to run from there. I don't know. That would be my idea. That would be my plan.
Well, apparently Fezzik can't swim.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything. So now you only have to fight off one person. So
well,
yeah,
actually,
I'll take the water.
Actually, Fezzik can swim, but he only doggy paddles. It was Inigo who can't swim.
I only doggy paddle.
Only doggy paddle. I love the little.
I can swim faster than a doggy paddle.
The little motion that he does. It's so cute seeing the humongous guy that he is going. I love it.
Man, I loved Andre the Giant.
He is great. Well, he's dead, right?
So.
Okay. Well, rest in peace, Andre the Giant. He was great. If he is dead, that is. Because I don't know. I could look it up because I have my computer. But.
Dude, dead years.
What was that?
25 years.
He's been dead for 25 years?
3.
Wait, when did he die? I wonder if it's my headphones. Talk again.
Andre the Giant died in 30.
Okay, so it's not my headphones.
A heart failure.
Well, he probably had the biggest heart in the world. Excuse my pun. But he was a national treasure and a very awesome guy. So very unfortunate when a great actor and great all around person dies. But yeah.
Don't forget, he was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler. I only learned that yesterday too. My dad was like, "Oh, he started out as a wrestler," and I was like, "What? Why are you telling me all this now? I've been watching this movie since I was 6. Tell me these things, Dad."
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I don't know. Let's move on. Do you think if Inigo allowed or helped out Wesley climbing with the rope, do you think that Wesley would have gotten up there fine, or do you think he would have fallen?
Well, from the looks of that cliff they showed when it was like top down looking at him, like from Inigo's point of view, I think he would have made it.
Okay.
It definitely helped they had a rope.
Yeah. It did look a little bit less of a way from Inigo's point of view, but it looked a lot larger from Wesley's. So, yeah.
Made it.
He did. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe he would have fallen. I don't do much rock climbing. I'm not a rock climbing man, but I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to put up with that after a while, like that much pressure on your arms and legs trying to hold on to the rocks and stuff. I think he may have fallen if he wasn't given the proper support by Inigo. So that's just how I feel about this. Luckily he was there to help and it moved the story along. It's just how I feel. It's just how I feel, you know? I just feel like
after getting 51 years of his life sucked away.
Yeah.
He can climb a tiny little cliff.
Okay. All right. How much I didn't actually put this question down there, but you bring up a good point. How much longer do you think Wesley is going to live with his life being sucked out of him and only being revived because of a magic pill? You're breaking up. Still breaking.
And go with 17 years.
I'm sorry, what?
17 years. I never actually thought about that.
Yeah. So I mean,
Let's see. If the average, of a human being is around 82 years old. I don't know. I'm just totally making that up. Actually, I'll go look it up right now.
did you turn up your computer volume or something? It just got really loud on your end for a minute there, so I was just curious.
The average lifespan of a human being is 79 years. If you subtract 51, it's probably like 7 years.
Yeah, because he's already so old. Does that count?
Years.
Do you think that his age counts toward that?
Or actually suck years of his life away, or just cause immense pain.
Well, I mean, like, what I'm saying is, like, he was already, like, what, 20-some years old, when he came back, and, he got 50 years of his life sucked away, so does that mean that it only counts the 50 years after he's been alive for 20 years, or does that mean, like, 50 years in total? Do you know what I mean?
That seemed like if his body would either be a 50-year-old man or a 70-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
In terms of, I have no idea. I feel like that's something that was described more in the book. Easily be described in a movie.
I guess. I don't know. Because, like, maybe that's why he ended up dying after losing 50 years of his life, because he was living, in that one moment, he was living his entire average 70-some years of life, you know? So maybe he doesn't even live much longer after that, you know? Like, I mean, yeah, him and Buttercup are together, but how much longer is it going to be until he dies?
At the very end, he kills over dead.
And they rode off into the sunset. And they had one last passionate kiss, and then they both died.
Buttercup's alive.
Well, oh yeah, Wesley just died. Yeah.
Poor guy.
At least they were together, though. That's the important thing. So.
I would have lived, so.
Huh?
Lived.
You would have preferred to live?
I'm not big on dying.
I'm not big on the death. The two things that are assured in life: taxes and death. So yeah, I don't know. You brought up the whole 50 years of his life getting sucked out of his body, so I thought I'd talk about that too, because I honestly didn't think about that. If you were Inigo Montoya, would you take revenge on your father's killer like Inigo did, assuming that your father's killer was still alive? Would you try and take revenge?
A lot quicker than Inigo did.
You track that guy down. Months. Weeks, maybe. Kill him in his sleep.
Actually, I'd slap him awake first.
You'd slap him awake, and then you'd be like, die, and stab him.
Yeah, so you can see my face just before he dies.
I don't know. I feel like if you got stabbed in the stomach, you might wake up before you die.
It depends on how hard you're sleeping.
I guess. It's like you go to stab someone when they're sleeping, and you just want them to look up at you and be like, haha, now you're dead. But they never wake up, you know, because they're just sound sleepers. That would not be satisfying. Not saying that I find killing people satisfying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, it would just not be satisfying if you stabbed someone in the stomach and they didn't wake up and you were just like, darn it! My revenge was not sweet enough.
I have to go, so make it a good one.
Okay. One more question. And I guess we'll wrap it up because, you know, we're already having enough trouble as it is. Okay, so I'll ask you a lot of questions. Like you talked about the whole revenge thing with Inigo. So would you have killed Buttercup? I mean, would you, if you were Buttercup and Wesley, would you have killed Humperdinck at the end, or would you have left him alive to cower in his pathetic life?
I think I would have on the fight to the pain.
Okay. So you would have ended it. You wouldn't have let him live on as the king of this land.
Those appendages off and left them on the streets.
So okay, yeah. So you would just do what Wesley said you would do to him, you know? Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not much of a revenge kind of person, so I don't know if I would take revenge on my father's killer. Perhaps I might, like, I wouldn't kill him. If it was today, I would try and get him arrested so that a jury of his peers could judge whether or not he should be, you know, put to the death penalty. Same with Humperdinck, probably. I would just try and get him arrested to figure out what would happen to him.
Man, the dude's like the freaking second hand of the king.
Yeah. There would be a little trouble.
He's going to jail.
There would be a little there would be a little trouble getting both of them in jail. That's for sure. I mean, maybe if it was, I don't know when this movie takes place, technically. I guess, like, what, the 1800s? 1700s?
It's half made-up land.
I guess. We'll just say the 1600s. Make it easier on ourselves. If it was late medieval times, like this movie is, I would probably just have to kill them if I lived back then, but the way we live now, I think I might just put them in jail or get them arrested and tried for their crimes. That's just me.
You do today is still kill them.
Well, you know, to each their own.
The government, if they're that high up in the government, like Mr. Sixfinger was,
yeah,
then there's still no way to arrest them.
True. And like the whole king of a country, like if you tried to accuse the president of doing something, I mean, I don't know. I guess the president would be easier to put in jail. The Queen of England. If the Queen of England did something really bad, then, you know, like, it would be hard to arrest her and put her in jail. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, well, you have to go. I guess that's where we'll end this one. I wish it could have gone on longer because I really do enjoy this movie. We're just having so many technical problems. And, you know, you're busy, and I get that. But maybe we'll do a follow-up video to this if we can figure out how to get it better. But this was a good
mess around with Skype.
Yeah. This was a good conversation. Thank you to Ganondorf for being with us today. He does stream sometimes. You should check him out. He is a good YouTube friend of mine, and he is on my YouTube friend section of my YouTube channel. My main one, that is. And you should check him out. Check out his streams. You know, he does them every now and again. Nice guy. Join his Discord. His Discord's very lively. Join my Discord if you want. That's fine too. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you, Rose, for coming out. Being pretty much the only person commenting. So
I commented.
Yeah, you commented and Ali did. I don't know if Ali is still there, but Ali, if you commented, if you're still there, thank you for sticking around as long as you did. I highly doubt you did. But if you did, then thank you. That means a lot. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you next time on Game Cave. Right. So the next movie. Sorry, I almost forgot about this. The next movie next week is our bad movie week, and the next movie in the list is Leo the Lion. I've never seen this movie, but it is on Netflix, and it's apparently for children, and it was made by a third a third party animation company. If that gives you any idea of how awful this movie's going to be. Apparently,
I'm not sure if I can sit through an hour and 17 minutes of this.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'll have to see how much I can put up with too. If it's so god awful, we might change it, but I think it would be a good first start for our bad movies. I've never seen it before. I am kind of interested in seeing what it's like. So if you are interested
First, and then let you decide.
If you are interested,
do it. I don't have to watch it.
What was that?
I really gotta go.
Okay, that's fine. All
See you later, man.
No problem. Thank you for hanging out. Nice conversation, nice ideas and topics and stuff like that. So thank you, Ganondork. If you're interested, it's on Netflix, Leo the Lion. Check it out. We'll be meeting here next week, Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Which, what day is that of the month? That would be the 23rd. So the 23rd of May, our last anime and movie club meeting of the month of May. Check it out. Then next month, we start off with Violet Evergarden as our second anime of the anime and movie club. Very good. 13 episodes long. Short, sweet, to the point. Check it out. It's also on Netflix. We're trying to limit ourselves to Netflix and other streaming services because watching things that show up on TV or trying to find movies that just came out are kind of hard. If you're a cheapwad like I am and can't afford to buy a bunch of movies or DVDs or stuff like that. So, yes. Yeah, please don't kill your viewers. Did I say I was going to kill you guys? Did I say I was going to kill my viewers? Well, yeah, that's true too. It's on any anime website as well, but it is on Netflix. Netflix is nice and easy to use. My voice just to use. Just had a voice crack there. Guess that's why I'm a man child. I'm growing every day. But yeah, just make sure you check it out. That is the first Wednesday in June, which is the 6th. And next week is Leo the Lion on the 23rd. Or wait, no, wow, wait. Oh my gosh. There's another Wednesday in May. There's another Wednesday in May. I didn't even realize. May the 30th. Oh my gosh. We'll have to find another movie to watch for that day. Maybe we could get one of Sonic's suggested movies for that day. Sonic Raven, who is sometimes on here with us. Really cool guy, really into movies. So yeah. Next week is Leo the Lion. We'll figure something out for this Wednesday because it is kind of a weird month. Have a great day, Rose. Thank you for coming by. That's all I have to say. See you next time on Game Cave.